In this video, Chapter 3, Equations and Inequalities, Quadratic Inequalities, Part 5. Find the sets of values of x for which x squared minus 5x minus 14 greater than or equal 0. To do the inequalities, first we need to sketch the graph. Y equals x squared minus 5x minus 14. So when x equals 0, y equals minus 14. Then y equals 0, find the x value. So y equals 0. So x squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. Then factorize. Multiply negative 14. Add negative 5. So minus 7 and plus 2. So x minus 7 equals 0. X equal to 7. 4. X plus 2 equals 0. X equals minus 2. Now sketch the graph. 0. And x equals 0. Y equals negative 14. Then x value is negative 2 and 7. So draw the graph. Now you need to mark the inequalities. X squared minus 5x minus 14 greater than or equal 0. So greater than 0 is above the x-axis. So this part above the x-axis. This means the y value is positive. So above the x-axis, y value is positive, this part of the graph. So the inequality is x greater than or equal to 7. So x or x less than or equal to negative 2. We can write the inequality negative 2 greater than or equal to x or x greater than or equal to 7. This is the inequality for the first one, A part. B part, the inequality x squared minus 5x minus 14 less than 0. Less than 0 is below the x-axis. So this part, the y value is less than 0. So this negative 2 greater than x less than 7. This is a inequality for the B part. Next question. 10 plus x minus 2x squared less than 0. Before do, we want to make x squared positive because it's easy to handle. So I'm going to move the other side of inequalities. So 2x squared minus x minus 10 less than, greater than 0. So now y equals 2x squared minus x minus 10. So when x equal to 0, y equals negative 10, then y equals 0, so 2x squared minus x minus 10 equals 0. Now factorize this one. So 2x squared minus 5x plus 4x minus 10 equals 0. Now factorize x times 2x minus 5 plus 2, 2x minus 5 equals 0. Now 2x minus 5 and x plus 2 equals 0. So x equals 5 over 2 or negative x equals negative 2. Now sketch a graph. X equals 0, y equals minus 10, and y equals 0, x equals negative 2, and 5 over 2. Now sketch the graph. So 10, we want this one greater than 0. So the greater than 0, y greater than 0 is this part. So the inequality minus 2 less than x or x greater than y over 2. So this is an inequality. Pause this video and try it yourself. First I'm going to draw the graph. So y equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. Draw the graph. Y equals 0. 0 equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. Now I'm going to factorize this one. So if you multiply 12, if you add 7, so x plus 3 and x plus 4 equal to 0. So if x plus 3 equals 0, x equals minus 3, or x plus 4 equals 0, x equals minus 4. Now sketch the graph. Minus 3 and minus 4. So the shape of the graph is this way. So when x equal to 0, y equals 12. This is the 12. So this graph greater than or equal to 0. So above the x-axis, this part above the x-axis, y is positive. So the inequality x less than or equal minus 4 or x greater than or equal minus 3. Next one, 7 plus 13x minus 2x squared equals 0. So I'm going to move this other side and make x squared positive. So 0 greater than 2x squared minus 13x minus 7. So this is equal to y. So I'm going to factorize this one. So 2x squared minus 13x minus 7 equals 0. So if you multiply 14, if you add negative 13, so 2x squared minus, so plus x minus 14x minus 7 equals 0. So factorize. If you take x out of the bracket, so 2x plus 1 minus 2, sorry, minus 7, then minus 7, so 2x plus 1 equals 0. So 2x plus 1 times x minus 7 equals 0. Make equals 0. So 2x plus 1 equals 0. Then x equal minus half. Or x minus 7 equals 0. Then x equal 7. Now sketch the graph. 0, negative half, and 7. So the graph comes like this way. When x equal to 0, y equals negative 7. Okay. So this graph less than 0. So below the x-axis, this part. So the inequality minus half greater than x less than 7. Use set notation to describe the set of values of x for which we have two inequalities. The first one is a quadratic, second one is the linear. We need to do the separately each inequalities. First one, y equals x squared minus 7x plus 10 equals 0. So I'm going to factorize. So if you multiply 10, if you add negative 7, so x. So if you multiply 5, negative 5 and negative 2, so equal to 0, then x minus 5 equal to 0, then x equal to 5, or x minus 2 equals 0, then x equal to 2. So when y equals 0, sorry, when x equal to 0, x equal to 0, y equals 10. Now do the second inequality separately. 3x plus 5 less than 17. So add both sides. So take away both sides 5. So 3x less than 12. And divide by 3 both sides. X less than 4. Now sketch the graph. Two, 5. The When x equals 0, y equals 10. This is 10. So the graph is this way. The first inequality, less than 0. So below the x-axis, first inequality below the x-axis. This part. So 2 greater than x, less than 5. Second inequality, x less than 4. So 4 is here. So 4 is here. X less than 4. So we need to satisfy both inequalities. So 2 less than x less than 4. So satisfy both inequalities. Next one, x minus 4 times x plus 3 less than or equal to 0 when x less than 2. So equal to 0, first inequality, y equals x minus 4 times x plus 3. So if you make it 0, y equals 0, so then x minus 4 times x plus 3 equals 0, then x equals 4 or x equals minus 3. Then y equals 0, sorry, x equal to 0 minus y equals minus 12. Then second inequality, x less than 2. So mark this in a graph. This is 0. Zero. This is 4 minus 3. When x equal to 0, y equals minus 12. This is minus 12. Let's get the graph. So first inequality, less than or equal to 0. This one, less than or equal to 0. So minus 3 greater than x less than 4. This is the first one. Second inequality, x less than 2. Here, 2. So x less than, so we need to satisfy both inequalities. So minus 3 less than x less than 2. So we want from here this part. So this is the inequality satisfies both inequalities. Pause this video and try yourself. First inequality is a quadratic. Y equals 4x squared minus 3x minus 1. So factorize this one equal to 0. So 4x squared minus 3x minus 1 equals 0. So if you multiply -4, if you add -1, so 4x squared minus 4x plus x minus 1 equals 0. So if you take 4x, x minus 1 plus 1, then x minus 1 equals 0, and 4x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 0. Now we make it 0, so 4x plus 1 equals 0, so x equals minus quarter, or x equal 1. Now, second inequality, I'm going to do the separately. So 4 times x plus 2 less than 15 minus x plus 7. So first, we need to expand the bracket. So if you multiply 4, so 4x plus 8 less than 15 minus x minus 7. So rearrange this. If you take x the side, so 4x plus x, 5x plus 8 less than 15, take away 7 is 8. Now take away 8 both sides, so less than 0. So x less than 0. Now mark this one in a graph. 0 minus quarter, 1. And when any x equal to 0, y equals minus 1. So it's minus 1. So the graph the first inequality less than 0. So below the x-axis, this part. So the minus quarter greater than x less than 1. Second inequality, x less than 0. X less than 0. So we need to satisfy both inequalities. So negative quarter less than x less than 0. So this is the inequality satisfies both inequalities. Next one. So y equals x minus 2 times x plus 7. So when y equals 0, and this is equal to 0, x equal 2, or x equal minus 7. So x equal to 0, y equals minus 14. Now sketch the graph. 0, 2, minus 7, minus 40. So the first inequality greater than 0, greater than 0, this part, above the x-axis. Above the x-axis. Second inequality, x less than 9. This is 2. This is 9. So x less than 9. This part. So satisfy the both inequalities. Minus 7. First inequality, minus 7 less than x for 2 greater than x. X less than minus 2 or x greater than, sorry, x less than minus 7 or x greater than 2. Second inequality, x less than 9. Need to satisfy both inequalities. So x less than minus 7 union 2 greater than x less than 9. The equation kx squared minus 2kx plus 3 equals 0 has no real roots. Find the possible value of k. So we know this is a quadratic equation. So kx squared minus 2kx plus 3 equals 0. This quadratic equation has no real root. If you don't have real roots, we know the discriminant less than 0. So discriminant b squared minus 4ac less than 0. Here a equals k, b equals minus 2k, c equals 3. So b squared minus 2k squared minus 4 times a is k, c is 3. Less than 0. Minus 2k squared, 4k squared minus 12k less than 0. Now factorize 4k times k minus 3 less than 0. If you equate this one equal to 0, k equal 0 or k equals 3. Now mark this in a graph. This is 0, this is 3. So this one less than 0. So below the x-axis, this part. So the inequality 0 greater than k less than 3. Next one, given that x not equal to 3, find the sets of values for which 5 over x minus 3 less than 2. 5 over x minus 3 less than 2. So before we do the inequality, first we need to multiply both sides x minus 3 whole thing squared, because we don't know x minus 3 is positive or negative. We don't know. So that's why we are going to multiply both sides x minus 3 squared. If you multiply squared, the sign is not changed. It's always positive. So we don't need to worry about the inequality sign. So if you multiply x minus 3 squared both sides, so 5 times x minus 3 less than 2 times x minus 3 squared. Now expand the bracket. So 5x minus 15 less than 2 times, expand the bracket, so x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now multiply by 2, 5x minus 15 less than 2x squared minus 12x plus 18. Now rearrange. So 2x squared, to move other side, negative 5x, negative 12x, negative 17x. To move other side, positive 15 plus 18 is positive 33 less than 0. Now factorize this one. So less than 0. If you multiply 66, you add 17. So 2x squared, 66. 11 times 6. So 6x 11x plus 33. If you add negative 6, negative 11, negative 17, if you multiply 6 times 11, 66, negative times negative is positive. Now factorize 2x, then x minus 3, minus 11, then x minus 3. So x minus 3 times 2x minus 11 is 10, 0. Now if you make it this one 0, so x equals 3, so x equal 11 over 2. Now this is our y. This is our y. So mark this in a 0. 0. This is 3. 11 over 2 is 5.5. 5.5. So 11 over 2. The graph is like this way. This inequality greater than 0. This part. So x less than 3. So x greater than 11 over 2. Pause this video and try it yourself. So x squared plus kx plus 2k minus 3 equals 0 has two real roots. Find the possible values of k. So we know that x squared plus kx plus 2k minus 3 equals 0. So we have a equals 1, b equals k, c equals 2k minus 3. So the quadratic equation has two real roots. So the discriminant b squared minus 4ac greater than 0. So b is k, so k squared minus 4, a is 1, c is 2k minus 3 greater than 0. So k squared minus 4 times 2k, 8k, minus 4 times minus 3 plus 12 greater than 0. And if you multiply 12, if you add negative 8, so k greater than 0, minus 6 and minus 2. So if you equate 0, k minus 6 equal to 0, k equals 6. So k minus 2 equals 0, and k equals 2. 0, 2, 6. This is greater than 0. So k squared minus 8k plus 12 greater than 0. So above the x-axis is above the y-axis greater than 0. So the inequalities k less k greater than 6 and k less than 2. So next one, given that x not equal to 0, find the sets of values for which 4 over x less than 5. 4 over x less than 5. So before we need to multiply both sides x squared. Why we need to multiply x squared? If you we don't know the sign of x. If you multiply x squared, always positive, so the inequality sign is not going to change. So multiply x squared both sides. So 4x less than 5x squared. Multiply both sides x squared. Now rearrange this one. 5x squared minus 4x greater than 0. Factorize x times 5x minus 4 greater than 0. So equal to 0, then if x equal to 0, so 5x minus 4 equal to 0, then x equal 4 over 5. Mark this in a graph. And 0, this is 4 over 5. So this is this function greater than 0, so above the x-axis. The inequality x greater than 4 over 5 or x less than 0. Next video will be covering chapter 3 part 6 inequalities on graph. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.